I'm with Prison Architect. These are the developers. Do you want to tell us about the game?
Yeah, Prison Architect is a Bullfrog-style management game where you build and manage a maximum security prison. You start with an empty zone of land and a few prisoners arrive and you have to build some facilities. And then eventually more and more prisoners arrive and they start trying to break out and start trying to smash things up. And you have to keep up with the security demand.
Yeah, so is there like a skill tree that you can go to, like in like ways of building a prison? Is there different types of prisons you can build?
Yeah, there's a whole bureaucracy tree. You have a whole load of like administrators. There's like the warden, the accountant, and the lawyer, the chief, and they unlock a whole load of like new features. Like the chief, for example, unlocks the armory, and from there you can start hiring armed guards, and you can start putting shotguns in your prison and things like that.
The thing I liked about this was I was playing the tutorial and I was clicking on the people and seeing what they were in there for.
Yeah.
That was quite a neat addition. Are they random or are they all got their set characters?
Some of them are random, generated by the game, and some of them are actually from our community. One of the ways that you can buy the game allows you to put your name and write a bio for your prisoner and have it added to the game. Yeah. And so a lot of people that you see there are actually community bios.
Yeah, I saw that when I was looking up the game, like when it started, because my friend has got the game. I don't know which one he bought, but he bought quite a high package. Now, are you guys in the game? Because I can see you're on the shirt.
Yep, we're all in the game. These are us. Yeah.
Have you got like your own crimes?
You don't get to pick your crimes when you buy these tiers. No, because we're probably like everyone would want to pick like the cool crimes, wouldn't they? Like armed bank robbery and stuff, and you wouldn't have any of the bad crimes.
Someone want to be in there for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, exactly. So you can write your bio, and if you pay enough, you can even have your whole face digitized into the game, like us. Yeah.
So, trying to think of a question now. So, who's got the best role? Who's got the funnest role? Come on.
Alistair here does all of our audio. I think he's got the most fun role because he gets to record stupid things happening and put it into the game.
Now, tell us one of the stupid things you have to do.
I made the sound of armed guards dying by crushing dry ice underneath plates of steel. And by some weird coincidence, it sounded like animals squealing. And it's not, I can assure you, it is dry ice. I have not caused any animals to squeal in the making of those sound effects.
What about the canteen? How did you make the sounds for that?
Actually, the chair scrapes that you hear in the canteen, they're my chairs in my kitchen, in my house in Suffolk. Yeah, I recorded every single chair. I haven't got that many chairs, by the way. But see, cunning tricks you have to do as a sound designer to make an IKEA set of 4 chairs sound like... Was that product placement? Should I not have said that? I'm really sorry.
Other chairs are available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, what's your jobs?
I'm a programmer on Prison Architect, and I'm a programmer as well.
So you two are like the main guys.
We're the ones that deal with the work.
And these are just knowledge and sound.
Yeah.
So, have you got any good guys in your team? Because you guys look bad in the orange shirts.
No, we only have prison shirts, I'm afraid. It's just part of it. There's something about the bright orange, though. It means that everyone knows that we're the Prison Architect team.
That's your colour in it?
Yeah, it means we can't hide.
I mean, the character models they're simple but good.
Yeah, that's our artist. So Ryan Sumo is very talented. He manages to take just a few lines here and there, and he manages to capture what people look like very, very well, I think.
Yeah, I noticed that when I came up to you. You've all got individual numbers?
Yeah.
That's my date of birth, actually.
That's cool. So a little hidden thing that...
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that.
He hasn't got a hat, though. Oh, you're not allowed a hat in those photos, though.
My date of birth.
So are you guys still in beta or are you released?
We're in alpha. We're in early access on Steam. So we've been in alpha now for 19 months. So we do 1 update a month, and we've just done alpha 19.
What sort of stuff you added in the newest patch?
The most recent patch, we added in a lot of financial, a lot of like new grants and bank loans and things like that. It was like the most broken part of the game in that you couldn't raise enough money to build a prison. So most players actually had to cheat to play the game effectively. It's just one of those things.
How do you cheat in a prison?
Oh, you just load the save file up and you just type in how much money you want to have. Or some people installed mods off the Steam Workshop and use that to get around the problem.
Where's the fun in... The whole point of getting bankrupt is starting a massive war in your prison.
Yeah, well, some people do play it with the intention of creating a giant fight club. And I have seen prisons where people have just just created a fight arena and then locked them all in and just waited for a day or two until a fight breaks out. And it just turns into a giant punching match. We never really had that in mind, but, you know, why not?
Surprised no one's made a concentration camp yet.
No, you can't really do that in the game, but I suppose people would if we let them.
That'd be a bit disrespectful.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't really want to go there. No.
I mean, thinking of all the prison films, you can get. Is that where where'd you get your inspiration from?
Prison films were a big factor. I mean, I went around Alcatraz in person and really enjoyed it, and that was a big inspiration for me, because I thought that it was going to be a lot of fun to build a prison. But in terms of inspiration, I mean, prison films are always about the individual prisoners, right? Usually the guards are the bad guys, and the prisoners are actually kind of the good guys. They're like lovable rebels.
Yeah.
And so, you know, in the story mode in the game, we try and go into the backstories of some of the prisoners that are in your jails. Whereas in the sandbox mode, it's a little bit more abstract.
About your prison and...
Yeah, because once you start dealing with like 200 prisoners at once, you can't really deal with them on an individual basis anymore. You know, so they just become numbers, and then you've become like part of the system because you just think, I'm just gonna run like say a training program that will work for half my prisoners. I don't really care about what any of their individual needs are anymore.
Have you been to a real prison before?
Only Alcatraz.
Have you tried to recreate that on there?
I haven't, but it has been done on the Steam Workshop. People have built scale replicas of Alcatraz.
Is it only one floor in these prisons?
Yes.
Will there ever be a second floor?
I wouldn't say never, but there's quite serious interface problems with having multiple floors in a 2D top-down game. I mean, Dwarf Fortress is quite a big inspiration, and they have the kind of ability to move Z levels, but it makes it very, very difficult to understand and look at.
Is there ever going to be like different map styles? Because at the moment it just looks like it's in like a desert type area.
There's only really one at the moment. We'd like to add more. We have some variety in the terrain, but I like the idea of converting old facilities actually. Like you arrive and there's like a ruined hospital or something, and you have to convert it into a prison. I think that'd be quite a cool scenario.
Do you reckon there'll be any ghosts in this haunted prison?
No, I don't think so.
No plot twists.
I don't think there'll be any ghosts. No, you don't need ghosts. There's enough drama just from prisoners.
You know, they might just sneak. You don't have to put them. Just let them be there. Or an old, a sane asylum.
Yeah, a lunatic asylum with the screams still echoing off the walls. Actually, yesterday somebody asked me if we were going to have like a mental ward within your prison, and you're going to have mentally unstable prisoners come in.
They kill them if they think, because if they've got a mental problem.
Well, maybe it's even more sinister if you have to try and treat them, like lithium injections and electroshock therapy and things, try and cure them.
I guess you get the best job of recording the screams.
Well, you just put into words what I was thinking actually when you were talking about the screaming and stuff like that. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Is it your screaming? Or?
No.
These two? They look like they scream.
Not yet.
So anything you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think Alpha 20 we're hoping to be quite a big one. We're hoping to add kind of parole and like what happens to your prisoners after they leave your prison. So that should be a good update.
Yes, well, I'll look forward to that. So thanks anyway, guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
All right.
Nice.
Cheers.
Thanks.